news in pre-market. Jobless numbers are looking fantastic. For zombie holders like me, bad news in my opinion in the short term for ZOM, but we'll get into that a little bit. Weigh-in is tomorrow for the weight loss, so we're going to track that a little bit today. Anything else that I wanted to cover? Oh yeah, currency.com. If you guys are unfamiliar with currency.com, check this out. This is the current sponsor of the stream. Great tool for Forex crypto. They do equity, that's there as well. That's an option for you guys. There's a $50 US top up that's there for you. Check the link on Twitch there. Also, there's a clickable panel down below if you guys want to check that out, but highly recommend the tool. I have started using it I used to be using Coinbase Pro. I am now using currency.com for their live displays on all of these currencies. Coinbase Pro, Bitcoin was pretty much all you could see. With this bad boy here, we're actually seeing pretty quick and easy click through from one coin to another. For me, Ethereum continues to perform quite well for me. I'm glad I got in when I did, where I did. I'm up 30%, I think, on the month with Ethereum. So pretty happy about that, ladies and gents. If you guys, what do you make of the ZOM news? So yeah, the Zemetica news, guys, we're going to get into that in a little bit. I don't want to dive into that first thing. We'll dive into that when the market opens, but I am going to break that down today for sure. I'm positive on it. I'm bullish on it, but I'm also bearish on it. So that's going to take some explanation. But like I said, we will get into that. I'm also going to be taking the time to do viewer ticker breakdown today. So if you guys at the end of the stream are still around, you'll be able to shout out, good morning, good morning, good morning. You'll be able to shout out whatever ticker you want me to look at, and I will do a quick overview on it. Quick reminder for anybody joining the stream, I am not a financial advisor in any way, shape, or form. So if you are looking for financial advice, I suggest you go find somebody who's accredited. That is not me. The stream is purely for educational purposes. It is here so you guys can see what it is that I know and what I'm doing. So, Nui, what's up? Long time no see, buddy. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. But the disclaimer's in there. Anybody that you hear on mic, in chat, or myself, we are not financial professionals. You are not to take financial advice from anybody in this chat, whether it's a DM, whether it's over the mic like this. Do your own due diligence, make your own decisions. If you are in need of a financial advisor and you don't know what you're doing, please seek them out. I will be posting as of May 2 financial advisors that I consider knowledgeable, and they will do their utmost to help you out. So that's definitely there. Let's see what else is going on here. Okay, Zemetica, that's the Zemetica news. Okay, I'm going to open up marbles here. Augment, yes and no. So we'll get into it. We'll get into it. I'll break it down for sure, guys. You're not gonna miss it. But let's open up them mobbies. Wait until I pick the track. Play won't do nothing for you until I open up that track. Sentiment was bullish. It didn't quite soar the way I think many people expected it to, though. So it'll be interesting to see what it does. Beautiful airy Armageddon. That sounds like a great thing for Thursdays. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go top up the coffee. I will be right back. Go ahead and hit exclamation mark play. We'll run this bad boy when I get back. Winner picks the ticker. We'll be doing viewer ticker reviews later today. I'll break down the Zemetica news. We'll watch the market open up, take a look at the damage to the portfolio off the Zemetica news, and play it from there. So coffee, I'll be right back. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not in, you got 10 seconds to get in, so make sure you hit exclamation mark play right now. Let's do this. Blank space. I don't know if you got in. I hope you got in. You might have just missed it. The delay. The delay sucks. I hate the delay. Yiggy with that follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Greatly appreciated. All you guys that have been following, actually, the follows and the subs have been just taking off lately. So a huge thank you to you guys. Lagos in the lead. Chowich. Seeing some new names. New names in chat. Nice. Round and round we go. Oh, where we stop? Nobody knows. Only a couple subs in here. Doesn't look like a sub's going to take it. Boost. Boost. Make sure you guys use rigged and boost. They work every time. Oh, no, Frelo. That's rough. Endo. Endo. Oh, Endo by a hair. Beats out Am Howell. Beats out Am Howell. All right, Endo. Your pick, buddy. What's it going to be? Rigged. Every morning it's rigged. How about some mod rigging? Yeah, unfortunately I can't skew it that way. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. All right, Endo, you get to pick the ticker, buddy. So now we know why Zomedica ran yesterday, guys. They did drop PR. It was ahead of potential PR. I guess there was some kind of whispers and rumors in the wind of a PR dropping, and it did drop. It wasn't necessarily good PR though. So we're gonna break that down after the market opens up today. Actually, I guess we could do it right after I get the ticker here. So is Nice the ticker? I think Nice is a company. You probably find Nice. Nice is a ticker. AWH. I don't know this one. What is this? Spiro Women's Health. Yeah, this stuff is always scary for me. When you play with gynecology and ovarian. No, yeah, this one is different. SHG is my bio play. No, but this is scary for me. Anytime that you're playing around with reproductive organs, gynecology, ovaries, any of that, it's scary because if you do something wrong, you cripple women for years and years and years, and the lawsuits are insane. Yeah, Schwab spiking is huge. Now, as mortgages default, I think we'll see that turn the other way, but time will tell. All right, guys, the PR on Zomedica is this. They're going to build a direct sales force. That means that they're bringing the sales team internally after all the hype that they put into Miller Vet Supply. Apparently, they're not pleased. It doesn't say that they're not pleased. It says that they are looking to build an internal sales team for the future. So how I am reading between the lines on this is that they are not pleased with the performance of Miller's sales team on the product. And so they are looking to transition to an internal sales team that knows the product better and can reach out directly to customers. Originally, Miller was only supposed to sell to the southern states and the East Coast. As they look to progress internationally and in the US as a whole, eventually they would have had to move outside of Miller anyway. But in the short term, this is going to be negative. This is going to be negative. It's going to be a negative forecast on Zomedica, unfortunately. Now, do I believe that Zomedica is down and out on this entirely? No. I am still bullish on Zomedica for what it is and what it's going to do, but Miller Vet being the salesperson it's supposed to be ain't really that. What's interesting and of note is Brooke Herbst, the CCO of Zomedica. He worked as the head of sales and marketing at IDEX. Now, it's interesting that they're name dropping IDEX on this. We talked about this earlier in the week that I see potential for a buyout here. IDEX is one of the names that we were talking about. So that'll be that. SHG's uplisting plan in May. We will definitely hear about that on their earnings call, I am sure. But SHG, I do have a small holding in it currently, about $3,000 in there right now. We'll see what it does. We'll see what it does. I'm still very, very bullish on SHG. I like their format. I like what they're doing. I think telehealth is going to be big. We're down 7 cents on Zomedica pre-market right now, so not as bad fallout as I had actually been expecting. MCOA, who knew? Another MJ company gonna go up in smoke. Fievel, thanks for the follow, man. Much appreciated. Their CEO is talking about it in the recent press conference uploaded on the 9th of April. Yeah, they'll definitely flesh that out, and you know that the analysts on SHG are going to be asking for more details on that uplisting as well. Currently they're on the OTCQX, which is not the preferred OTC market. So we will be doing ticker review, guys. So I'll open up the Evernote and be putting your guys' tickers in that. We're going to watch the market open, and then we will be doing ticker review today. So let me go ahead and open this up. Good morning, good morning, good morning. W with the 2-month sub. Thank you. Greatly appreciated to all you guys that are out there and subbing. You rock it. Yesterday on the movement pre-market, or just before the close, customized with dark mode. No, that's not what I want. Okay, where is it? It is in the trading journal, stream tickers to watch. Go down here and look at the ones that I don't want. I don't like this. I don't like this. Don't like that. Don't like that. I think I have DJOY on here already. Yeah, I do. Okay, DJOY I can take off. Okay. All right. So if you guys have tickers you want me to check out, throw them in stream. I can see all of you fine folks that are watching on Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, anywhere else. So if you guys have tickers that you want me to take a look at and just do a brief breakdown on, I'm happy to do that. I will add them to this list. Again, guys, self-driving BlackBerry is still my play on that. VTGN. Ugh. VYNE, BMW. We're in a V mode today. Palantir. Whisper, are you calling me? Mogo, ULCC, GME, HT. Feel free to keep throwing them out, guys, until we start diving into them. I do close the list up once we start breaking them down, so that I'm not here forever. I do have two kiddos today that are my responsibility, so the stream will go as long as it takes to get through the list, but I will not be here till 11:30. I will only be here shortly. Again, guys, before the market opens here, huge shout out to currency.com. Greatly appreciate them sponsoring the stream. Their sponsorship is going directly towards the young man with leukemia. There will be a charity stream at the end of the month where all of you fine folks that are a part of the stream can donate, and all of the gains will be put towards his leukemia treatment. So that will be happening at the end of the month. But currency.com got the ball rolling. Their sponsorship is going directly to his first month of leukemia treatment. So that's completely covered by currency.com. Huge thank you to them. Here we are here, guys. This is their dashboard. I actually have changed from Coinbase Pro to this. Simply because Coinbase Pro, guys, only really allows you to look at a single currency at a time. No, not US only. If you guys are over in Europe, you can check this out. You can trade in Europe, no problem. US, Europe, you're good to go. But yeah, quick, easy access. Even just the charting, guys, if you're not using it for the trading, the charting itself is really good. Quick, easy access to a whole bunch of different coins. I'm a big fan of the tool. So quick, easy Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, Bitcoin pairing with USD, sorry, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin versus the Euro, Ethereum versus the Euro, all kinds of different things here for you guys to check out. Tons of Forex trading as well. If you guys do Forex trading, I don't really do that, but for me, it's about a crypto coin and being able to watch that. But so anyway, this is not Coinbase Pro. This is currency.com. I am in Ethereum. I did put a small position in Ethereum, which is actually up 30% this month. So pretty happy with that. Can't complain. I will slowly be adding into my Ethereum position. The link is down below. If you're watching on Twitch, the link is down below. You can check it out there. There's a panel for it. Otherwise, the link is there. 50 US dollar top up for you guys that get in on it. That's there. Enjoy. I will continue using the tool even after the sponsorship because I do like this charting for my crypto. So until I find a better tool, this is the best tool I've found so far. I do prefer this to Coinbase. That being said, market's about to open, so let's head back over, check out the big sheet. AWH is the ticker we are watching for the day. Are you taxed every time you move funds to another coin? I would say I can't. I'm not a financial professional, so I can't really answer that question. As far as I'm concerned with taxation, it's a currency. So, are you taxed on transferring currency to currency? Are you taxed every time you move US dollars to Canadian dollars then you take your Canadian, move it to euro, and you move it? The conversion usually has a fee, but other than that, I'm not taxed because the holding is still the same thing. I just have to declare that as an asset at the end of the year, as far as my understanding. But that's something I let an accountant figure out. I'm not going to figure it out. As far as taxation purposes, guys, please use an accountant if you don't already have one and you're playing the market, equities, or crypto. That's how you stay out of trouble. Use a financial professional. Don't ask some Canadian hobo on the internet. You know what I mean? What do I think about investing in private companies? My issue with investing in private companies is this: private companies are not forced to disclose information nearly in the depth that you.
Are you streaming today?
Yep. Yeah, I'm live right now.
Apparently, apparently TSG is not streaming today because he couldn't find a babysitter.
I've got my two kids watching a movie in the other room. He's got to up his dad game.
I was telling him Bale has been watching the baby for months. He understands the baby quite well. I'm pretty sure he'd be like Santa's little helper and change her diapers and everything.
Canadian government doesn't recognize it was a currency or that it's being treated more like a commodity. Again, blank space. I am not going to make that determination. I'm going to allow my accountant when I file my taxes to deal with that problem. That's not my problem. Tour to Goochland. Thank you so much for the follow, man. Much appreciated. Let me know how you found the stream, what it is you trade. All right, guys. Bell should be. That was the bell.
Exciting
So
run.
there we go. Ding, ding, ding. AWH is down pre-market. Did Redemption get into crypto too? I don't think Redemption. You don't hold any assets, do you? You don't. You don't
Hell
hold it.
no.
No,
Hell no.
no, he doesn't. Even though I've been telling you about Wealth Trade, where you can buy on Wealth Trade. So
Well,
that issue
simple.
of the wallet. Well, sure, but I mean, your main issue was the wallet, right? And this gets rid of that hurdle, which is the same reason I wasn't doing it. I wasn't. I'm terrible with passwords. I forget passwords all the time. So for me, that wallet was a major stop point for me. But Well Simple gets rid of that, where it's easy enough. For those of you that are in
The
Canada, you can use Well Simple. 10 for him. Thanks for the follow, man. Let me know what you trade, how you found the stream. But yeah, Well Simple for me, guys, is typically not one that I would use to trade equity, but it does have access to most of the major crypto coins, and it provides me not having to memorize a crypto key. So there's
the
that. Oh,
um the idea I had was that I was just gonna buy the. I figured I was just gonna do what I actually know, which is more so on the mining side, and I was gonna do it like once shit kind of calms down and people kind of start losing interest in crypto, because that's the time to do it when everybody's saying, "Oh, it's not worth it to do it," blah blah, and why would you? When people are selling their like graphic cards and miners and stuff like that, that's the time to do it. That's the time to acquire, but not when it's like super hype because it's literally coming into a stock after it's jumped up like 1,000%.
so I bought my Ethereum when it was down here in the 17-18 range. Um, it's now sitting around 25. What entry are
Jesus,
you? What entry
what is
for
that?
AWH are you looking for? I'm not. I'm not looking for an entry into AWH. AWH was the pick from Endo for his winning marbles today.
What
My
is that?
healthcare play is SHG.
What is that platform you're using? It looks really clean and really smooth.
Yeah, it's currency.com, guys. Currency.com.
What kind of offers did Currency have for signing up on you?
I already plugged it. I already plugged it. You're good.
Okay.
Are we reaching new all-time highs on Ethereum? We are. Yeah, we are. Guys, Ethereum for me is the long-time player. For out of all of them, Bitcoin has a cap. There's only so much Bitcoin out there, and Bitcoin does not look like it's showing itself to evolve. So, um, Ethereum does not have that same problem. The health ticker you just mentioned. So there's two. AWH deals with ovarian and gynecological medicine, which is always very wary for me. There is a lot of money in it, but there's a lot of risk with that as well. The one that I am playing is SHGFF. Full disclosure, I do have a position in SHGFF. It is a Canadian stock. You can trade that OTC. If you're Canadian, you can trade it on the TSXV, the venture. It is a penny stock. It is a penny stock, but their executive team is phenomenal. Their earnings call is probably the best I heard in the last year. Their business plan and how they grow is phenomenal. I am very very bullish on them. So Yeah, the other thing that I am going to start doing, guys, and I've been trying to, I'm a habit builder. I know that just from the books that I've read. Speaking of which, if you're looking for a great reading list, there's that for you. But guys, my reading list is all books that I've used to build up my training methodology and my personal ethos. But I know that I have to build habits in order for them to have any hope of sticking with me. Um, so the reality is, I am looking to create a video daily on YouTube that's going to be more evergreen content or specific ticker breakdowns. Similar to what Redemption does, but also some broader based stuff about how to create your own trading methodology or uh, how to build 7 streams of income effectively without breaking a sweat or something like that. But I am going to try to do a video every day on top of my live stream every day. It's just making that leap and that commitment to doing that additional content takes some time and effort. You guys have been phenomenal with the stream. So I really appreciate the growth of the stream, and it's allowed me to put more and more time. I did let go another client. So I was at 3 clients from what used to be 8. I'm down to 3. I'm looking to potentially cut that down to 1. There's 1 client that I'll never get rid of until they get rid of me. But I am focusing more and more and more on this because of you guys. So those of you that have bought books off the reading list, a huge thank you for that. For those of you that have subscribed, huge thank you for that. Even those of you that are just viewers here that hang out every day, a huge thank you for that as well. I greatly appreciate that. But Palantir down. Palantir's a long-term play, guys. 7 streams of income is an interesting topic. +1 vote. Yeah, currently I have rental income. I have my digital marketing consultancy. I have my affiliate income. I've got my stream income. I have my, I'm trying to hold up all my fingers. I have my Ethereum wallet. I have my holdings. And I have the small residual income from my book on Amazon. So I do have 7 streams of income currently. Um, that's not counting the government subsidy from my kids, which is like 40 grand a year. So technically, I guess I have 8 streams of income. But yeah, side eye is gapping up, of course. Is ZOM still dying? It's actually not, which I am confused about. I'm going to be honest, guys. The news that ZOM was moving into an internal sales team from Miller, I thought this was going to tank this thing. I was expecting to head to 70 or 80 cents today. So that we're moving up is very interesting. Yeah, it'll probably be an afternoon video I put out, but yeah, there will definitely be more and more breakdowns. Is coin going to tank more today? I think so. I think coin is going to come down for a little while. Um, but it's not declining, which is the interesting part for me here. I expected this to free fall, and it just hasn't. Yeah, it looks like the news is taking this of like finally PR. We know why they were quiet. It's because Miller Vet Supply isn't doing their job. Imagine if we would have gotten in now. Yeah, Rich. So for me, you know me well enough, I think by now. I don't play the what if game. And this is advice that I'll give you. This is not financial advice. This is life advice. Don't play the what if game. The what if game doesn't do you any good. If you get, and Rich isn't suggesting this, it's just it creates the opportunity for me to have this dialogue. Never play the what if game because it isn't what happened. You can't play the what if game. You're gonna get lost in this. Did I talk to Martini lately? Yeah, I spoke to her the other day. She's getting her head on straight, and she's dealing with her personal health, which for me is priority number one. If I'm dealing with personal health issues or my family's personal health issues, you guys won't see me for a while either. So, um, Hopefully, I have the right link there. I was almost positive that was the correct link. But yeah, no regrets, guys. No regrets. Don't do that hindsight of I could have got in at a better time. But yeah, I hope she gets better too. She's my partner in crime in many aspects. When Redemption is my my other Canadian that does this with me. She's the American that can keep me in line. 108. This is nuts to me. This is not the price movement I expected on this. This is actually really, really good. Let's see. The bears on this are going to hate this, right? The bears on StockTwits?
Coinbase? You can't. There's like no shares.
No regrets. Bam Bamino. Thank you so much for the follow, man. Let me know what it is you trade, how you found the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the PR in a GIF. Let me open this up for you guys. This is the PR in a GIF from Zomedica. Here's Miller Vet Supply. This is Miller. This is the Zomedica team. F out of here. The Bears, I thought, would be a lot more vocal too. This is weird. I thought the Bears would be shredding this. Just shredding it. So this is the narrative. It's been so quiet for so long, and now people seem to be voicing the opinion that, oh, now we know what was wrong. There's nothing wrong with Zomedica. What's wrong is Miller. When you're bullish on a stock and it doesn't go down. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely. I know that seems odd, guys, that my mindset isn't, joyful. In my mind, I play the market a lot more like and when I say this with a grain of salt, okay? More like a game where I treat my portfolio amount as a score. So when you're playing a strategy game or an RPG and you do something expecting a certain result and that result doesn't happen, you can be pleasantly surprised, but at the same time, you want to try to understand why that disconnect was there, right? Um, this is very interesting to me, though. Very, very interesting.
Okay, so I just quickly went through the S1. So apparently, coin is or was a direct listing because there's no lockup shares.
Yeah, coin was a direct listing. Absolutely.
I
It was
keep
saying
hearing, I keep hearing like left and right things. The fucking comments get like flying, and I didn't have the time to really fully go through the S1, but I just
yeah,
find that
guys,
really stupid.
guys, the difference between a direct listing and an IPO is an IPO, you are locked into those shareholdings, those IPO, pre-IPO, right? You are locked
Yeah.
in those pre-IPO shares for a set period of time, and then you can release, which is what a lot of people watch for, right? A lot of people are watching for specific dates on IPOs to be able to unload their shares and take their profits. That's put in as a bit of protection that you don't buy an IPO pre-IPO and then just dump it the day of, right? But this was a direct listing, which means that day one out the gate, if you had shares of Coinbase before it opened, you can sell those shares at go, which I hope you did because it's declined. Okay, I'm getting a bunch. By the way, guys, finally my smartwatch came in the mail. I love it. I love the thing. It's constantly reminding me to do things and stuff. I've got it set up to remind me I got to do 10 push-ups every hour. It's reminding me to get up and walk around and go get a coffee or go get a water. But it's also got all of my. I set it up to get all of my RSS feed updates as well as any Seeking Alpha and StockTwits updates. So they're all coming to my watch telling me, "Oh, there's new information. There's new information." So I've got that on the fly now, which is another phenomenal tool. So huge fan, advocate for it, big fan. Me likey. What kind of watch is it? It is the TicWatch Pro 3 with GPS. This one here. I'm a big fan of it. You've been here for an hour. I did it just before 9 o'clock. I did it at 8:55, and I'll be doing 10 push-ups in the next 15 minutes. I do 100 push-ups a day, so it's nice to have that. It's not an Apple Watch. No, I don't own Apple products. I don't support Apple. Why this one? This one came. It was one of the top recommended for Google Fit. The price point was nice. It does pair well with the Wii operating system, WiiOS. So the Google operating system. It's got the Snapdragon Qualcomm 4100, which I like. It's fast, it's quick. It does have NFC, so I can use it for tap payment. Also, it tracks my blood oxygen. It tracks my sleeping patterns, so it lets me know what quality of sleep I'm getting. And then I can also track all my workouts through it. So, yeah, it's just all around. It's a great tool that does a whole bunch of different things for me. So, yeah, that's the one that I picked. I'm a huge fan of it. So far, I haven't had any problems. Similar to the Whoop. I don't know what the Whoop is. One Punch Man workout. Yeah. Um, yeah. With the gym down, guys, the way, and I mean this is a great segue. We'll do ticker review right after this. Just so you guys are aware, I did set a target for the end of June to take my weight from 225 down to 183, which would be lower than I've ever been in the last decade. I'm doing this with no gym, intermittent fasting, hypocaloric intake, 100 push-ups a day, 30 to 45 minutes of active movement, and then before bed I spike my metabolism with a shot of whiskey or scotch, whatever I got on the cabinet, shot of scotch or whiskey, and I take my CBD. So I'm hacking my metabolism with intermittent fasting, booze, and pot, um, and then pairing that with set activity throughout the day. So, design. I don't really care about the business one way or the other. It's the design. I'm an Android guy. I just prefer it. Typically, a lot of people discourage you from using alcohol in any kind of fitness because the problem is when you start drinking, what do you want to do, right? As soon as you start drinking, you want to go out, you want to have a party, you want to eat greasy foods and do stupid things, right? But the reality is, alcohol spikes your metabolism like crazy. Um, it slows recovery. I haven't found that. Extreme drinking, it can slow recovery for sure, but a single shot won't do that. What the single shot does is your body prioritizes alcohol as a toxin. So it says this is a poison and it pushes it to the front of the line and it accelerates your metabolism saying we need this stuff out of our body ASAP. So as it's pushing it to the front of the line, anything that's in front of it goes through and it starts to process this quickly. And then on top of that, because it's excreting a toxin, it spikes your metabolism. And then I add the pot on top of that, which increases your metabolism. Pot just naturally does that. It spikes your metabolism. We all know that. You got the munchies. And then once you've got that going on, I'm going to sleep. And I'm in a fasting period. So by not eating after smoking pot and taking that shot, I have revved my metabolism too high, and there's no fuel in the tank. And so the metabolism starts going, crap, we are hungry, our metabolism's on high. What the heck are we going to use as energy? It starts to burn through whatever's in your body, right? And if there's no carbs in my body for it to burn, it starts looking for the next most logical source of energy, which is the fats inside my body. So that's the hack on that. But in the first 2 weeks, I'm down like 15 and a half pounds. Have you ever cracked and binged on food instead of sleeping? No, no, no. I am fairly disciplined with that, guys. I've been a pot smoker since I was young. So, the amount that I take, I smoke about a gram a night, which isn't a ton. Um, yeah, the millennial diet, intermittent fasting, 8 hour window. So from 11 o'clock to 7 o'clock at night, I can eat whatever I want: pizza, beer, wings, you name it. So long as I come in hypocaloric on the day. So I know my base metabolic rate. As long as I come in below that, I'm hypocaloric. Great. I add in a certain level of fitness throughout the day, which actually gives me more calories. But as long as I'm staying under my BMR, I'm going to be hypocaloric on the day. And then spike your metabolism right before bed with a shot of whiskey and some pot. What about I think you're talking macros, not micros, but the macros as far as proteins, fats. Typically, I do track those. Those are there. Typically, it's about a 30-30 split, but often I lean more into the fats and the proteins. Um, so Snow, a lot of people say that. What's up? Less than three. A lot of people say that, guys. The issue with that. Oh, vitamins. Yeah, I take a daily multivitamin. That doesn't break the fast. There's not calorie intake on this, so take a daily multivitamin. Um, Hypo what? Hypocaloric. Okay, so for those of you that have never heard any of this nonsense, here's how this works. So, intermittent fasting is you set a specific window, and essentially what you're doing is a mini fast. So your body is deprived of food in the tank, and it decides to start burning something else. So I'm getting in these short windows of fasting, I'm spiking my metabolism to eat what's in my body, which is the fats, because I don't provide it with the carbs. As far as macro tracking is the three big things. It's 11 to 7 is my window. You're tracking your fat intake, protein intake, carb intake. Typically, I aim for a 30-30-30. So an equal split carb, fat, protein. I'm not the anti-carb guy. Don't expect me to be. I like pizza. I like chicken wings. I like burgers. I'm going to eat that crap. But I'm going to be hypocaloric. How do you find out if you're hypocaloric? That means you're taking in less calories than what you would burn in a day. A lot of people have to do a ton of calorie tracking. I do have a calorie tracking device. I can probably actually just measure that out in my own mind, but I do use a device to keep me honest. But one of the things that you guys should look up if you're looking to lose weight this way is your basal metabolic rate, okay? Your BMR. Your BMR, and most of these calculators are not 100% accurate, so give it a little bit of leeway. But your BMR, what this is, if you were stagnant, you did nothing, okay? You sat in a chair all day, which is pretty much what I do, and you did nothing, what would your BMR be? How many calories would your body burn naturally with you just sitting there and doing nothing, right? So we throw this in 5'11. Right now I'm 209.5. I was, we'll call it 210. I was 225 when I started at the start of April. I'm currently 36 years old. So my basal metabolic rate is 2,000 calories. So long as I come down below 2,000 calories a day, I'm going to be hypo caloric. Hypercaloric would be hypocaloric. So hypocaloric, as long as I eat less than 2,000 calories a day, I'm good. Now, a lot of people would say, well, that's really hard to do if you're eating pizza and burgers and wings. Yes, that's true if you're eating 3 meals a day. But remember, I pair it with IF, so I'm not eating breakfast, right? All I have is a black coffee in the morning. So, yeah, I eat less than 2,000 calories from 11 to 7 in the day. Now, this is just the basal metabolic rate. This is if you did nothing, right? Remember, on top of that, I'm doing 100 push-ups a day. I am doing 30 to 45 minutes of active physical activity. So whether it's going for a walk, playing tennis, going for a run, a yoga, whatever, 30, 45 minutes a day. So my actual metabolic or my actual calorie burn on the day is probably much higher. Um, so for me, the only reason why I track the calories is just to make sure that I am staying in there. Now, remember that you have why only push-ups? Because when I'm building habits, I have to do it step by step by step by step. So as I'm building habits in, for the first month, it's going to be 100 push-ups a day, and then the next month I'll add in 100 sit-ups a day with it, and we'll go from there. Do you go to bed at like 8 p.m.? No, I go to bed usually around 10. But the buzz of the high usually takes me there. So from 10 to 10:30 is usually when I hit the sack. And then I'm up 4:30, 5 o'clock. Closer to 5 these days, to be honest. But that's how it all works together. Um, you ever full day fast? Yeah, I've done full day fast in the past. Depending on the day, but yeah. Melatonin? No, I don't take melatonin. No. So the risk with melatonin is it can actually affect your long term thyroid production. So for me, I don't need melatonin if I'm taking CBD. And CBD has the dual benefit of being a relaxant, so it helps me get to sleep. I have to take it anyway for my PTSD, but it also spikes my metabolism. From 4 a.m. to 11, just water and coffee. And when I say coffee, it's black as the night. It's black as the night. I'm not going. Actually, that's so. A lot of people say, "Oh, so you're looking to get jacked, right? You want to look like Arnold." So this is not the aim for me. The aim for me is more like, uh, yeah, something closer to this. Something closer to this. Not this. This. Not this. This is about where I am now. This is kind of where I want to go. Um, Manual or auto drip? We have a press. We use a carafe. Cream and sugar are pretty much poison for coffee. Why ruin a great drink? I find dairy for me is really bad. Dairy is not something that I process well. The only time I'll take dairy is if I go to the gym and I do a workout. I will have a protein that has dairy in it. Um, but yeah, cream and sugar. Sugar will kill you. Sugar will just kill you. So I try to cut the sugar out as much as possible. Even on like when I say okay, well I eat burgers. People are like, well, there's sugar in that because you got ketchup on the burger and you got barbecue sauce or whatever. I typically don't use that. I, Typically, I just put mustard on my burger, mustard, cheese, and then vegetables and everything else. Um, Less dad bod. That's exactly it. Less dad bod is the idea. Just healthy. But I do the weigh-ins every Friday. Cut the bread. I'm not going to cut carbs entirely. No, carbs are fuel. Carbs are fuel. So I cannot cut carbs entirely. That's not a great idea for me, which is why I maintain that 30, 30, 30. Or I guess it's 33, 33, 33. I'm looking for an even balance between carbs, fats, and proteins. What's my target for Ethereum? On what timeline? By the end of the year, I think it could possibly hit 5K. Do you break up your push-ups into sets? Yeah, sets of 10 every hour. Speaking of which, it's 10 o'clock, so push-up time. If you cut carbs completely, you get insanely energetic. That's the initial high, but I could probably do a carb cut right now because I'm not at the gym. But typically, I like to go to the gym. A little real butter and coffee every once in a while is good while fasting. You can't put butter in a coffee while fasting because it will break the fast. You can't put butter in coffee. It will break it. It will break your fast. He's just lying
Oh,
on the floor.
so I don't know if you know this, but so apparently it's supposed to be April of this year, but they pushed it back to October. But Ethereum was going from proof of work to proof of stake. So there's a possibility if Wealth Simple does not give you the interest on your Ethereum, then they're likely scamming you.
um, I'll take my 30% gain so far on Ethereum. Um, how long do you plan to hold it? I plan to hold Ethereum into retirement. That's something that I'm just building up as a locket and leave it. It'll be like my RDSP. Steak, not fish. I do both. Both are good proteins. I'm not on the hype train of red meat is bad. Um, I don't have a problem with butter in coffee. Butter is an excellent source of fats, especially if you're trying to decide. Don't put margarine in your coffee. That won't do squat. Was a joke on proof of steak, right? um, yeah, but there is something that I do use, which is a coconut fat to break fast. So you can't put coconut fats. Let's see here. What do they call them? Coconut. I don't want to go downstairs and get it. It's a specific one that I use, guys. Um, Crap. I gotta go to the. Let's go to the site that I buy it from. I don't think 10K is a meme on Ethereum either. Uh, ZDZ69, thanks so much for the follow, man. Let me know how you found the stream, what it is you trade. Um, no, that wasn't it. Bum, 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 bum. It's going to be on one of these. Coconut. Yeah, so it's this, specifically MCT oil, guys. Okay, so the reason why I use MCT oil, I am not sponsored by these guys. Um, But the reason why I take MCT oil, guys, it's organic coconuts. It's vegan, paleo friendly. For those of you that are paleo diet, you can use it. But on top of that, guys, when you are breaking a fast, the second that you put food in the tank, your body's going to go, this is the energy we need. And whatever it is, that's what it's going to burn, right? So if you mow down on, let's say you mow down on a cheeseburger, well, there's going to be carbs in that. There's going to be fats in that. There's going to be proteins in that. But your body is lazy. Okay. Your body's always going to be lazy. And what it does is it looks at the three of those and goes, what's the easiest to break down for the most energy, right? Where do I get the most bang for my buck? And it rushes to the carbs to do that because carbs are the easiest thing for your body to break down to get energy from. And it kind of leaves the protein and the fats in that to last. By breaking your fast using the MCT oil, what you can do is tell your body, oh, you're having a coffee with MCT oil in it. Now your body goes, oh, there's energy in this. Finally, we've been waiting for something to break down for energy. Oh, bam. It's a fat that we're breaking down. And what your metabolism does is it goes, okay, well, since there's no carbs here for me to break down, all I've got is fats. Great, I'm going to break down fats. And so as you get your mind, or you trick your body almost to, okay, I'm looking for fats to burn. And then throughout the rest of the day as you're eating, more fats happen. it starts to it. The theory anyway is that it continues to look for fats because you've programmed it to look for fats. So, but this is when you break your fast. MCT oil is caloric. It will break your fast. So be aware, you cannot take this first thing in the morning. You can take it at the start of your eating window if you're doing intermittent fasting. So I know that this sounds like I'm like, oh yeah, my diet is simple. All I do is eat burgers and pizza and chicken wings, and I can have beer and scotch and pot, and it all works out. Yes, those things are true. But you can also see that there's an awful lot of homework and things are in a certain order in order to make this all work out. So, did I lose 15 pounds in 2 weeks by eating burgers, chicken wings, barbecue, scotch, and beer? Yes, I did. Are there qualifiers to that? Yes, there are. Anyway, weigh-in is tomorrow. We'll see how we did on week 3. Typically, week 3, there's a bit of a plateau. So you start to go down. My coffee in the morning until I get into my window is just coffee. Your insulin doesn't work on fat directly, so don't have energy until the fat burning kicks in. That's true, but I supplement that energy depletion with caffeine, right? Which also spikes your metabolism. So I am currently about 5 cups of coffee in by the time you guys see me at the start of the morning. Yeah, Zomedica is holding this 108 line very nicely. Oh, no, it's 105. I lied. 104. But SNDL's up a little bit today. Oh well. That fallout could have been a lot worse. Yeah, for those of you that are unfamiliar with weight loss, typically what I found with my body on weight loss is you start up here as the big tubby fatty. And then week 1 is phenomenal. The line is like this. You feel really, really good. And then week 2, it kind of tapers like this. And then week 3, it either goes sideways or you actually go back up a little bit. And then the next week you'll see downward gains. And then typically I see a plateau again, and then a slight downward gain, and then a plateau, and then a slight downward gain. So that's kind of what the weight loss track looks like for me. The day is still young from ZOM. Yeah, I mean, if there's more PR coming, fantastic. But 5 cups, dude, my body tolerates only a single cup per day. Yeah, I need the caffeine to operate for sure. And a lot of people are like, oh, aren't you worried that's bad for you? Is coffee good for you? Okay, so here are the benefits, some of the benefits of coffee. This won't cover all of them, but improve energy levels and make you smarter, makes you more alert, and it pumps your energy up, right? So that's there. Can help you burn fat, absolutely. Again, it's a stimulant. It's a crazy stimulant for your body. Do I like the ZOM execs? I do like some of them, not all of them. I do like Cohen. I do like the guy from IDEX. Drastically improve physical performance. There's a lot of people that like to use the pre-workout energy drinks. Those things are packed with sugar. Coffee does the job for me, and it does it better without any of that sugar. And essential ingredients. Magnesium is a very important one, guys, if you are working out or physically active. So be aware of that. May lower your risk of type 2 diabetes, which is big. I have a ton of diabetes in my family, so this is good. Alzheimer's and dementia. This is huge. I've got this in my family as well. So lots of coffee is good. Parkinson's, again, nobody wants Parkinson's. Can protect your liver. This is big, especially if alcohol is part of your diet. The caffeine can help with that. Can fight depression and make you happy, which is important for somebody with PTSD like myself. You guys wonder how I can operate on PTSD and be the cheerful, happy guy that you guys know me to be. My large amount in a Harvard study published in 2011, women who drank 4 or more cups of coffee per day had a 20% lower risk of becoming depressed. So 4 or more a day, 53% less likely to die by suicide. May lower certain types of cancer, so liver, colorectal. These are big in men. Colorectal especially, colorectal and prostate are 2 of the big ones for men. It does not, despite what they used to tell you in the 80s and 90s, it does not cause heart disease. And in fact, lowers risk of stroke, and you might live longer. So there's lots of antioxidants in it as well for whatever else that's worth. So um, no, caffeine is good for your emotions. Nope. Side effects of too much caffeine. You might be anxious. So if you are not a coffee drinker and you go to 5 or more cups a day, you're gonna be anxious because you're gonna be the jitteriest person. Like I don't know how many of you guys remember the Mad TV sketch from back in the day, but they had this guy who was the Java man. All he would drink his coffee all day, all the time, and he was super jittery and like. Ah. Sleep problems for me are negated by taking CBD and alcohol. Alcohol is a depressant. Typically, I won't have a coffee after 5 or 6 o'clock, but alcohol is a depressant, so it counterbalances the stimulant, and then CBD will put you to sleep as well, right? Because I'm on an empty tank share lever, I don't find a diminished return. I find it just continues it, it stabilizes it. Insomnia, yeah, I don't have that problem. Digestive issues, I haven't had that problem. Muscle breakdown also has not been a problem for me. Um, Now, it is also cautioning that this is in a short period of time. So I drink probably 7 to 8 coffees a day, but that's over a whole day. Um, my REM sleep and my deep sleep are not hampered because of the CBD. A single shot of whiskey doesn't even blink with my REM sleep, which again, thanks to the watch, I'm able to track. My REM sleep and my deep sleep are point on for where I want them to be, especially as somebody with PTSD, where my sleep schedule was boned anyway. I cannot do Bailey's and coffee. Well, I can't do whiskey. You can't do booze and coffee to wake up if you're on IF because they're caloric. Um, Booze has calories, so you can't do that if you're on IF. Um, One drink is broken down in 2 hours, and that's 2 hours without any other mitigating factors. So 2 hours, but then you have to also factor in the metabolism spike from the pot, right? Which will make it go quite hard. My blood pressure is actually right on point. It's lower than it should be. My resting heart rate is about. Well, I can check it. Now I have been talking and I just jumped up and did push-ups, but my resting heart rate right now is about 67, which isn't terrible. Fatigue, I don't have that problem whatsoever. This I have, but it's also because I drink upwards of 200 ounces of uh, 200 ounces of water a day. So uh, how does a watch check blood oxygen levels? I'd have to look into the science of it. I don't know. I just know that it does. Um, there is a sensor on the back of the watch. Like that is another one that I can do here. I don't use the blood oxygen except for after my workouts, but typically I want my blood oxygen to come in 98 or higher. Um, yeah, it's 99 right now. So timeline for Zomedica. What do you think? There's a positive catalyst. Sounds like sales are slow from that PR. Sales will be slow off of that PR, I think. But again, for me, the damage I expected to be done today to Zomedica has not happened. That is still above $1 with that news is really really encouraging for me. But I suspect that I may need to hold this into the end of the year at least. Oh, there you go. Cool. I did not know that, but yeah, at 99, typically anything 97 or higher is okay, but the closer you can get to 100, the better. So that I'm at 99 right now is pretty good. I'll take that. All right, let's do a ticker review. I am actually going to, as we're speaking about the issue of frequent urination, I'm gonna have to go deal with that. So what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm still trying to get some of these ads from oh, the options there now. I can run a multiplayer ad. Okay, so you guys are gonna get a multiplayer ad. So check it out. The way that this works, guys, is you all see the same ad, and then it's gonna give you a vote afterwards or a poll afterwards. For everybody that fills out the poll, I get bits. So this is something I'm gonna start doing when I run to get water, coffee, drain the snake. You know how it goes. So enjoy the ad. Go downstairs. Okay, let me go back to where we're. Do you have heart rate spikes since you fast all day then binge? Yeah, my if I break out my heart rate throughout the day, it's all over the place. But um, what are the teams for the ads? So the multiplayer ad essentially just presents you a poll and was asking about PlayStation Plus. For those of you that saw it and voted, thank you very much for that. But I definitely will continue to run those ads as it provides the option. What's interesting is it gave me the option to run a 1 minute ad break, but it said multiplayer ad. Now it no longer says that. So very, very interesting. GG easy no read. Just tell him it played the ads brave browser. How is that, by the way? I'm not singing. That's the end of the Disney movie. By the way, I got to put on another movie for my kids here. This is how Millennial babysits um, when he has to stream. Disney Plus. Don't judge me. Daniel, do you want Cars or Incredible? Cars or Incredible? Power Jim with that sweet follow. Let me know how you found the stream, what it is you trade. I used to do Twitch Sings before they locked it down. Don't see a lot of differences. I use Chrome before. Only issues the translation feature isn't smooth as regular Chrome. Does the watch check blood pressure? It does. Blood pressure? Actually, I'm not sure about blood pressure. Um, check my blood pressure. Okay, so what it? Yeah, it I can use it for the pulse. Um, it is a feature inside the heart rate, but it just uses the heart rate to determine it. So, I'll take a look at Brave. I don't know anything about it. All right, let's. It's 10:20 already, so let's start breaking down these tickers here, guys. RGBP again, guys. Disclaimer before we get going here. Anything that I give you guys on this is my personal opinion. It is not financial advice. It is not me advocating to buy or sell a position in this ticker. It's going to be a quick breakdown and overview. This is a pink sheet. It's 5 cents. I'm not a huge fan of anything that's low. It would have to really impress me to buy it. Cancer, autoimmune disorders. This is a biostock at 5 cents. I wouldn't go anywhere near this. Nope. VTGN. Vistagen Therapeutics. This is another biostock, guy. So with biostocks, when they are not penny stocks, typically I will hop in over here. Most biostocks worth anything will have a pipeline easily accessible. Go into the pipeline and see where they are. They have a single nasal spray candidate for social anxiety disorders that is approaching the end of phase 3 studies. This would be a 6 to 8 month hold. For me, anxiety disorders are big money, but until these tests down below it move into phase 3, I would not be interested. PTSD, postpartum, panic, and these would be more. Actually, pretty much everything under the one that's in first would be the one that I would be most interested in. But this isn't a no forever, but for me, this would be a no for now. Anxiety disorder nasal spray. This would be 8 to 12 month play. Vine, VYNE. Another biopharma. Really strong revenue projections. Let's check the pipeline. 2 FDA approved drugs launched Q4 2020, so they're expecting their first sales cycle. Vine right now is sitting at 563. If their initial sales cycle shows strong, there's huge potential for this. I would say 4 to 6 months on this one. I'm going to put this as a keep. VMW. VMware is the Dell spinoff. Is that what I'm reading here? Yeah, so VMware was a spinoff of Dell, up from 50 to 150. I don't see a lot of milk in this. I would say $1.80 end of year. Here's a tech stock. We're not only in the people could pick whatever they wanted. This isn't me. This is everybody else. There's very little gain on this. 15% gain. I'm not huge on that. Okay, Palantir guys. Palantir guys is a 5 to 10 year trade for me. I don't need to look at it. We know what it is. It's a Peter Thiel backed. I just 5 to 10 years. This thing is going to be a power horse. The more data you put into it, the more valuable it becomes. Give it 5 to 10 years. This thing will be worth its weight in gold, in my opinion. Okay, Mogo. Mogo is a financial fintech product. I'm not huge on it. I don't think the adoption has been nearly what they expected to be. They inked a partnership with Lending Club, but Lending Club has bastardized itself, so it's not what it once was. The revenue projection for growth is quite high, even though they've been stagnant in revenue growth. I'm not sold on this one. I think there's a lot of hype for very little payback so far. If it was to go anywhere, I would say 12 to 15. CDubs24, thanks for the follow, man. Let me know how you found the stream, what it is you trade. Yeah, I would say 12 by year end, which isn't bad given how small the stock is. That's a 50% gain. So, Yogi Swag Berry, again, thanks for the follow, man. Let me know what it is you trade. Bear Gang is how. There's 50% gains by year end, I think, on it. ULCC. Frontier Group Holdings. Low fare airline. This could be big. The one issue with low low fare airlines, guys, is this. You put some money into coin. Nice. My issue with this is low fare airlines, guys, limited seating on the airline, and then you add COVID restrictions on top of that, things get a little nasty. So I'd be very, very careful. I'm not a huge fan of that. Somebody put another ticker in there that we want me to take a look at. LGHL. Okay, GME. How's GME doing? Everybody knows what GameStop is. I don't think that, despite all the hype, despite the gorillas, despite everything, I don't think that there is anything. I don't think that there's anything on this that has me confident that in the long term they can deliver. My initial play on this last year, when I made money on it, was that GameStop had the potential to go up from $8 to about $20 based off of next gen consoles. That was it. That was the whole thing. This year, in the next 5, though, I don't see it. I don't think there's anything left. The squeeze has been squoze. Right now, only thing that is making this happen is the attention span of Wall Street bets, is what you're gambling on. Wow, was I wrong? I made gains on it. I took a win on the play. Yeah, GameStop, not for me. I think there's a huge decline inbound on it. AHT. Ashford Hospitality Trust. This is the hospital REIT, right? I don't like REITs. I just don't. I'm just not a fan. Not a fan. Anything that's an REIT, not a fan. eBet. That's awesome. If you guys are taking wins off of it, power to you. I don't play scalping strats. If you guys are scalpers, get them scalps. eBet, esports technology, online gambling platform, esports technology expected to trade next week. Okay, so guys, online esports gambling. I don't think that there is enough money to be made currently on the esports scene. I don't think there is. If they're going to diversify into actual sports trading, fine. But I just don't see it. Trading commences today on April 15th. Okay, guys. I will add a couple more here, but again, I do have 2 kids in the other room, so typically I take tickers at the start of the stream. I'm happy to add these in today, but that'll be it. ADM will be the last one that I look at today. Okay. I don't think there's enough milk in esports betting. Is my issue with this. BLGO. Bio Largo. Water treatment plants. So they're pressing for people to use this, but they are not. That means that they're trying to force people to do something that they're not already doing, which is very, very unlikely. Um, I I think water treatment is potentially there, but if you're testing for something, or if your tool tests for something that people aren't currently testing for, that kind of adoption is going to be slow moving. Um, Yeah, I think that's likely that China is going to ban or attempt to ban other crypto ownership other than digital yuan in Asia. I think they're going to be hard pressed to do that. It's difficult to know who's holding and who's not. However, it'll create a black market for crypto in Asia, but I think the rest of the world is adopting it so quickly that it'll be fine. Um, how would it influence crypto prices? I think Bitcoin's days are numbered. I think it will hit a certain peak. My peak number on it is probably 150. I think it'll hit about 150K, and that'll be the plateau. It won't go past that. As for the rest of them, I think digital yuan will just become another major ticker on the market. The U.S. is hinted at doing its own digital currency. I think that it's more likely we see a European digital currency, an Asian currency, and a North American currency, and maybe a Russian currency. And those will be the major players in crypto moving forward. But I think a lot of them are going to be built on the Ethereum blockchain. So for me, Ethereum remains of value. Um, no reason. Pulled a number off the top of my head. Uh, that's what people said before China put up the red wall. It's going to be difficult to ban social media, and China proved themselves capable of doing it. If China wants to ban something digitally, I think they'll find a way to do it for sure. Um, all right, next on the list, BioLargo, water treatment, but it's not really. And we looked at this one before. I've got it here as a keep, as a like this would be a 10 to 15 year play. FBIOP, Fortress Biotech, biopharmaceutical pipeline. They can't ban satellite signals. Anytime somebody says China can't, uh, do you think there's a chance other countries in the world would ban Chinese crypto? No, nobody wants to piss off China. They won't ban it, but they won't advocate that you use it either. They had their PDUFA date on Monday. There is a delay on this. Okay, guys, for those of you that don't trade bio or are unaware of what I'm looking at here, the PDUFA is the right for you to be able to actively advertise and promote, market your product. There has been a delay on this from the FDA, which is not surprising given the backlog in that. New drug application for IV tramadol. EBET is going nuts. Whether it's going nuts today or not, remember, guys, I am not a day trader. I am not a scalper. I am a swing trader. I trade on 6 to 8 months. EBET is not something that I am bullish on 6 to 8 months from now. I don't think that the revenue is there. I think their first earnings will show that. NDA for IV tramadol. Okay, so guys, with this, what it's saying is this isn't a no. It's that it's been delayed. They're still reviewing it. They haven't had a chance to come to a decision. So this is an opioid. It's going to be tough to get through, and it is delayed. I would take extreme caution with this. Opioid PDUFA play. Now, a 20% decline, it is a potential buy Z dip. It is. But do your due diligence. What is your trading plan if you're daily checking the market and only playing 6 months? The reason why I'm daily in the market is because I am learning. I've been in the market a little over a year. So being on the market daily and looking at what's going on, seeing how things are moving, gives me a better understanding of price movement and the stock market as a whole. So, but it's the preferred shares. Yeah, either way, I would be very cautious with it. Preferred shares of a bankrupt biopharma company are still bankrupt. GQ162636. Thank you so much for the follow, man. Let me know how you found the stream, what it is you trade. Inda. This is an India ETF. I would have to break down what's in here. I'm not opposed to this concept. Oh, nice. I'm showing up and recommended. Fantastic. Yeah. Bon limit. I don't use TA. What got me into the markets? Outside of the markets, I'm a digital marketing consultant who had started an international speaking career. When COVID hit, that got put on the back burner. So here I was, pretty much heading into semi-retirement with my digital marketing firm. I had created a sustainable income, 7 income streams. So I needed something to do with my time. The markets just seemed to be a good fit. Turns out they were. Saw 2,700% gains on my first year. Um, are your early VODs on YouTube anywhere? There's tons of stuff on YouTube. You can go back and see VODs from a long time ago for sure. And then this year, guys, I'm just doing more of the same. Learning, growing, doing it publicly with you guys. Honestly, I like hanging out with you guys. I like answering the questions. I like breaking down all kinds of different stuff from all over the place. So that's why I'm here and I do what I do. Um, But yeah, India. I'm not opposed to this. An Indian ETF. I would have to break down what's in it, but an India ETF doesn't sound terrible. Gerald, thank you for the follow, man. Let me know what it is you trade, how you found the stream. All in on TSP IPO. Yeah, I don't IPO trade. I know Martini's done that in the past. Exiled has done in the past. But if I may ask, how old are you? I am turning 36 in 2 days. For those of you that don't have the rundown on this, you're fairly new. I am a father of 8. I have been married for 15 years, going on 16 years. Own my own property, ran my own successful international digital marketing consultancy. Um, moved into this stuff. Moved into this stuff. I was a Twitch streamer before. I used to stream MOBAs, which is why I have almost 1 million views on my channel. We're about to break 950,000. We're getting close to that, so I'll do something crazy for the 1 million view. Maybe I'll go skydiving or something for the 1 millionth view. Something crazy, but yeah, we're getting there. Almost twice as old. Yeah, I'm an old man. What can I say? SRPT guys, this is another bio stock. I know it because I've done DD on it in the past. Again, I know this seems boring and repetitive, but that is what bio is. It's boring and repetitive. Yeah, 417's the B day. Uh, commercial. So they have 3 products in sale, and the rest of it is looking like it's clinical, so not phase 3 yet. Um, they only have, well, there's certain applications here that are coming, but until I see those head here into the commercial square, I wouldn't be interested in looking at this anymore. This would be probably an 8 to 12 month play, in my opinion. Awesome, man. Awesome. I've never traded on Robinhood. I am Canadian. We don't have Robinhood up here. I trade on TD up here in Canada. Last year I started with 2,200. Was able to turn that into 50,000 in my first year. This year we've been as high as 120K. I did take 10K out for myself to do some stuff with the fam and just enjoy. Currently, the portfolio value is 55,000, so I'm up 5 grand on the year. I'm up about 10% on the year, which isn't terrible. But these holdings have a large potential to spike. FTSE, I'm looking at probably end of June, tripling up on that. SNDL is on pot legalization, so hopefully before the end of the year. I got a price target of $5 to $6 on that, and then Zomedica, I have a $10, $8 to $10 price target on that. So, I will never make a stock trading course, guys. What I do for free. I don't discourage people from making stock courses, but I find that every day is a new market. So me making a course would make it obsolete pretty quickly. Now, that's not to say I won't create education material on how to create a trading methodology that evolves and grows, but I would give that away for free on my YouTube. I won't create a charge course for stockbroking. Again, I'm not a TA trader, so keep that in mind. I am an FA trader, and what I do, I don't think has room to be traded or taught for a paid course. I think teaching you guys how to read headlines and read psychology, the closest I get to monetizing that would be this. The reading list, the books that I use to to create my methodology. But I provide that list for you guys free of charge. Should you buy anything off that list using that link, I get a small percentage back. That's about as close as I get to monetizing my trading course. Now, what strategies are you using? You lost all mine on Hillian last minute. I trade on qualitative fundamental analysis. So I trade on psychology and news, macro psychology, so social psychology in large groups, as well as headlines, news, and forecasts. I read between the lines, SEC filings, government filings, every single COVID bill, stimulus bill. I read every single page of it. Bio reports. I read all the medical reports. I read a lot. Having worked in digital marketing, I understand social speak, so corporate speak and social speak. I'm able to read through trends very quickly and make good money on that. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Ride, guys. Ride has popped up again. I am bullish on Ride. They rolled out their betas. They have operational betas. The Baja 250 is coming out in June, and September they are still on track for rollouts. Do you use discounted cash flow method for price targets? No. My price targets, guys, come off the top of my head. ZOM dipped. ZOM is now under $1. Yep. Step one, ditch Robinhood. Yeah, Robinhood is not something that I advocate, guys. I advocate you get on a real platform. And when I say real platform, I mean a real platform. Get a real brokerage would be a big thing. But yeah, I am happy on the ZOM news. Uh, Take a pick of a ton of brokers. Interactive Brokers is pretty solid. In the States, I know people that have used E-Trade. TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim is pretty good. I use the charts for Thinkorswim myself, but I use the Canadian version. So, but move over to a real brokerage, not one that is commission free. Would be a big one. The reason why you pay commissions is for the quality and the assurances. And those are there in the boatload. So you remember when Robinhood locked down stocks, I was able to freely trade all of those tickers using my brokerage. So yeah, I made decent money off of which one was it that I played? AMC or yeah, I think it was AMC that I made money on. One of them I made money on earlier in the year, back in February, because I could actively trade it while others couldn't. TradingView.com is not one that I would recommend. Is that another commission free one? Yeah. So there's a ton of them out there, guys. For me, TD Interactive Brokers would be the two that I would recommend because those are the two that I use. And then for currency forex, Wealthsimple, if currency.com is available in Canada, I would use it. I love their charting. I actually like their charting better than Wealth Simple. So our KF has been getting nuked. Yeah. WebProp stocks, thanks so much for the follow, man. Let me know how you feel in the stream, what it is you trade. You got to have enough capital, though, before moving to a real broker. Not with TD. With TD, TD, I started with $2,200, which isn't a ton of capital. I could actually have started with an account as small as $500. So if you don't have $500 to put in the market, you probably shouldn't be in the market. I have before hours and after hours. I can trade from 8:30 in the morning until 6 o'clock at night. 5 o'clock at night. 5 o'clock at night. Free trading is not what I'm looking for. Free trading is not the idea. Oh, if you're in the UK, I don't know, but TD in Canada is the one I prefer. Yeah, I prefer TD's charts to TradingView. I like TD's charts better, and I also like their scanners better. And I get access to the entire platform for free because I have a brokerage account with them. So, okay, back to the list. Yeah, so Ride, guys, this is the DD, and it remains the same. I am still bullish on Ride. I do have options in Ride, not equity. LGHL. I think that'll be their big mistake. I think that's a great buy the dip opportunity on Mara. I do not have liquid capital, or I might look at ARB, but I still don't know if I can trade ARB. Lion Group Holding operates a trading platform in Hong Kong. I want nothing to do with that. Absolutely nothing to do with it. Uh, Trading platform in Hong Kong. For all intents and purposes, guys, I'm treating Hong Kong like China. Would I invest in a trading platform in China? No. Seeking Alpha sounds like a dating site for like an alpha male. Yeah. ITRM have a potential innovative med product. Okay. So ITRM, it's a $1 bio stock. Anti-infectives, drug-resistant pathogens in Ireland and the US. Ireland's just a tax evasion. Oral and IV, phase 3 urinary tract infections. Okay. Let's go to the pipeline. Okay, so this is a coin flip. This is a first bio company. So what you want to do is about us, senior management, go to these guys, take a look at who they are and who they have been with in the past, what else they have done. MNTA acquired by Johnson & Johnson, acquired by Endo Pharmaceuticals. So this guy has some solid experience, good acquisition record, not bad. Technical operations. They're operating out of Dublin for the production side of things. UCLA, Yale. This is not bad. I don't hate this. That's an ambitious forecast. I don't hate this. Again, you're waiting 8 to 12 months on this. 8 to 12? Yeah, we're in April. This would be a December play, I think. December 2021. I'll put a keep on this one. Yeah, I like it. I like it. TRVG. Trivago. Anything in the travel sector has a great opportunity to come back. Now, the question is, how deep are they in debt? This one's based out of Germany, which doesn't really mean a lot to me. Will Euro travel reopen would be a big part of that. My travel play is on Sabre instead. Sabre provides the tech to a lot of travel companies. Trivago's not terrible at this price point, though. If we go to 10 years, they've been as high as 25. If there is a boom in international travel over the next 2 years, this could probably head up to 15. So 15 from 3 is not bad. 500% gain would not be terrible over a year and a half. So keep that in mind. But Padufa's Q3 AdCom was delayed, yeah, which is why I put a Q4 on it. Because Padufa in Q3 means that they can start actively marketing, which you'll get sales results on the Q4 earnings, right? So that's kind of where I am with that. I prefer, so for me, the play on Trivago would be I prefer Sabre. ASXC. So medical devices is one that I don't get into. Of course, their revenue projections are for sustainable growth. They had great revenue here and then they declined. I'd want to go back and see why it was they declined. Changing the name makes sense because whatever happened as Transenterix causes thing to free fall. And they needed a name change in order to ditch the stigma. I'd be very, very careful with this, guys. Biotech is not something that I'm super comfortable with. I'm just not. Um, Probably because I haven't done my due diligence and understanding how that system and approval goes, and it's not as publicly available as the pharmaceutical side. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. The last ticker for the day is ADM. Did we look at eyes? Uh, Eyes. Cure for blindness. Potential cure for blindness, but that would be a 12 to 24-month play. So keep that in ADM. Archer Daniels Midland. This is out of my price point for equity, so I wouldn't trade this on equity. Yeah, yeah. Biotech for me, just because there's not as much clarity in the approval process, is very skeptical for me. Okay. Transport source process merchandises agricultural commodities, products, and ingredients. Coin oilseed. So this is an agro play. They're not forecasting massive revenue growth. I imagine there's probably a divvy of some kind on this thing. Yeah, there is a dividend. This would be a dividend play at best. Larthantos, that's how I'm interpreting it, is that my interpretation of this is that Miller Vet Supply dropped the ball on the rollout. They did not do an adequate job, and they're moving the sales team internally. Yeah, this is a no go for me just simply because I wouldn't play it on equity at the price point that it's at. It's a dividend play, which I don't play dividends. But if you're looking for a dividend play with stable growth, this looks like that's what this is. So I don't play dividends. One tool that you guys can do if you are a dividend player is go to the Dividend Champions. This spreadsheet is updated regularly. These tickers here, guys, from top to bottom, showing you how many consecutive years in a row these companies have increased their dividend. So there are companies on here who for 66 years have been increasing their dividend. If you were a Divi player, this would be something that I look at. Yeah, I would agree, Share Lover. I think this has been part of the plan, but it's also been why PR has been silent. They've been dealing with internal struggles with Miller. And they've been waiting till they had an actual solution to present. Now that they have that solution to present, it's there for us. So, short-term pain, long-term gain is how I see that news personally. Other people are seeing other things of like, well, this is the death of the company. I don't agree with that, but it is what it is. There's people bailing, like whatever. I know what it is. I'm confident in the position on it, guys. I'm a big fan. However, we have reached the end of the list, guys. I will be back tomorrow morning 9 a.m. So if you're not following, make sure that you do that. Stocky is not streaming today, so let's find out who we are going to send you guys to. Would you rather go watch Colonel or Stockjack? Colonel or Stockjock? Those are your options. Colonel? All right. Gas Pump 6 for the follow, man. All right. Enjoy the time over with Colonel, guys. I will see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Gas Pumps, WebProv, Brandon Fender. Thanks so much, guys. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Later.